Is Abdul Malik from Afghanistan.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. Can you hear?
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes, so I'm from Afghanistan, but I do live in Canada currently. I have a very quick question about halal food, and I have watched your videos, and I do follow your guidelines. My question is this. So in Canada, we have multiple institutions or organizations that certify food as halal, and I have no issues with purchasing them. However, last week I was visiting a family member, and I volunteered and I said, let me go out and get some halal chicken from this specific store. But I got a lot of attitude and a lot of raised eyebrows. Is it proper halal? Is it this? Is it that? So my question is this. Should I be concerned about who's certifying this food as halal, or how do I guide these people that follow such thought processes?
أخي وجزاك. أخي عبد الملك, I've clarified this in previous videos, so it wouldn't be logical for me to reinvent the wheel. The aspect that you should look into are one or two. Number one, did Allah mention in verse 5, in Surah 5, Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse number 5, that the meat slaughtered by the people of the book is halal for you? The answer is yes. Did the Prophet ﷺ investigate or instructed his companions to investigate whenever they were given gifts from the people of the book? Or did he say, just say Bismillah and eat yourselves? He just said to them, say Bismillah and eat yourselves. And he did this himself when was invited by a Jew woman. So aspect number one, if you're in America, in Canada, in Europe, in a Christian, predominantly Christian country, you can eat any beef, any chicken, any lamb that is available, because the default, it was slaughtered until proven. You have to have a proof. It's not sufficient to hear people say, oh, I know a particular slaughterhouse that does not slaughter. They kill before they slaughter. They do. This is all hearsay. The default in my religion, I can eat. And to prevent me from eating, I have to have proof and evidence. The second aspect is, if some people doubt this, this is up to them. They have all the right not to eat. But they cannot condemn others for eating because they have the proof with them, the default with them, that it is halal. So you guys don't want to eat? No problem. But don't blame me if I eat. Thirdly, these institutions that certify halal from non-halal, most of them, I don't talk in general terms, but I say, because I've dealt with some of them, most of them make money. So they come to shops, companies, organizations and say, listen, would you like us to certify you? You have to pay us money. If these guys were doing it for the sake of Allah, they should have done it for free. But if I don't pay, if I don't subscribe, you would not certify me? But I'm slaughtering in front of you. I said, well, you have to pay. This is like any protection. This is like the mafia. So most of them, their credibility is not that reliable. And that's why we say we can't rely on them 100%. Not that all of them can be painted with the same brush. And Allah Azza wa Jal knows best. Yahya from Morocco.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sheikh, I asked you yesterday, is justifying the sin is istihlal. I gave the example of zina, but I didn't explain myself clear. The hypothetical example.
Ya Yahya. Was my answer yesterday clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now you tell me. Where is it that it is istihlal in the example that you're going to give me? تفضل.
He is trying to make excuses, not thinking he's sinless. For example, eating pork is haram, absolutely. But in necessity, you can't eat it. He trying to do the same thing with zina. He think the zina is haram, but he trying to make excuses for like he is not sinless. Even he doesn't even sin. This is, but he thinks the zina is haram. This is my example that I didn't explain yesterday.
Oh, this guy is crazy. Someone who knows it's haram and he says it's not a sin. This is stupid. This is not istihlal. This guy has a loose bolt in his head. As long as he knows it's haram and it's sinful and he commits it, either he says, oh, there's someone holding a gun to my head. I know it's haram, but I have to do it. I'm not sinful. He's right. I have to know what his excuse is so that I can say to you, but 99.9%, if he is trying to fool others and himself, he won't be able to fool Allah Azza wa Jal. So if he's doing istihlal, he's a kafir. If he knows it is haram, but wallah, I enjoy it, it's very fun, it's nice, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna do it till the day I die, I know it's haram, I'm going to be punished for that, he is not a kafir.